Hello and welcome. You're watching the Newshour Agenda. I'm Padmaja Joshi. Barely 24 hours have passed since West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee surprised many by revealing her go-through practically on the eve of elections in Nandigram. But today, her party's Member of Parliament was found singing another tune. Today, while reacting to BJP MP and Union Minister Giriraj Singh, TMC's Mahua Moitra said that Mamata Banerjee is proud of being from the Rohingya clan because that is much better than being from the clan of Chotiwala Rakshas, or demons who sport a choti. The BJP was quick to latch on to this and question how a member of parliament of the same party is allowed to attack a religious practice and the Brahmin caste altogether by calling them demons. All of this, even as the Chief Minister herself, is trying to reach out to the Hindu vote by asserting that she is a religious Brahmin with her Gotra underlined to boot. Is this a classic case of the TMC trying to play good cop, bad cop, and in fact falling between two stools? Speaking of falling between stools, the Chotiwala attack aside, even Mamata's own Gotra gambit seems to have backfired because she faced an attack from the left, right, and the centre. The BJP's attack was understandable, but even the AIMIM and the left joined in, asking whether this was Mamata Banerjee's attempt at trying to play the politics of religion, of identity, of communal politics. And if yes, then where does it leave Muslims and Dalits who have believed in the TMC so far?
আজকেও তিনি যখন আমায় জিজ্ঞেস করলেন আমি বললাম দেখুন আমার তো একটা পার্সোনাল গোত্র আছে সেটা সান্ডিল্য কিন্তু আমি মনে করি আমার গোত্র মামাটি মানুষ গোত্র
लेकिन दीदी बहुत देर कर दी गोत्र बताने में 10 साल में कभी याद आया आपको ये सांडिल गोत्र वाले ये सांडिल गोत्र के संबंधी उनको चाहने वाले लोगों ने दुर्गा की मूर्तियों को विसर्जन करने में आपकी लाठियां खाया है उसे कोर्ट का सहारा लेना पड़ा रामनवमी के जुलूस में लाठियां खाया उस दिन आप कहां गए थे गोत्र क्यों छुपा के रखा था
If she is saying that she belongs to an upper caste Brahmin Hindu community and that too her Gotra is Shandliya, then where should Muslims and Dalits of West Bengal go?
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
All right, joining us on the debate, we have Shatorupa, spokesperson of the BJP in West Bengal, Professor Sangeet Ragi, political analyst, Waris Pathan, national spokesperson of AIMIM, Tausif Ahmed, advocate. First question to member of the Trinamool Congress, Professor Monojit Mondal. Would you care to educate everyone watching right now? What exactly is a Chotiwala Rakshas?
Who says this? Chotiwala Rakshas?
Yes, Professor Mondal, the question is to you.
This kind of a comment by anybody. Who says this?
Who said this? TMC.
Yeah, what is the question?
The question is, what is a Chotiwala Rakshas?
TMC. TMC. No. Your problem is that you people suffer from some kind of an allergic sufficiency syndrome, in short, AS. Gadha nahi, AS. ASS. Whatever Mamata Di does, if Mamata Di does Kanyashree, you will have problem because why Mamata Di is not doing Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. If Mamata Di does Krishak Bandhu, why Mamata Di is not doing Kishan scheme, Modi scheme. If Mamata Di does Shastro Shati, why Mamata Di is not doing Ayushman Bharat. If Mamata Di does Durga Puja, Kali Puja, Saraswati Puja, why Mamata Di is doing Durga Puja, Saraswati Puja, Kali Puja. In fact, your government, you mean the BJP, I am not certainly blaming you because you are not that kind of a journalist. Your party, your government wanted to tax Durga Puja in 2018. I am saying this on record. Many of the puja pandals got income tax notice from the government of India. So let us not talk about this. For us,
let us not talk about this. Why let us not? I have given you the last 1.5 minutes uninterrupted, hoping that you will finally come to the point. I'm very glad that you have, elaborated on ASS, on allergies, on Durga Puja, on how everyone attacks Mamata Banerjee. But today, nobody is attacking her.
Yes.
I am genuine out of curiosity asking you, what is a Chotiwala Rakshas?
If the BJP, yes, ask the question. I am not aware of this kind of a comment. This is not the party's comment, I tell you. I am completely on record saying
because if a member of parliament is saying it, one should take it seriously. I mean, this is not any fly-by-night operator, a Tom, Dick and Harry, and a very vocal and famous member of parliament who has been fielded by the TMC to speak on the party's behalf in the House of People. She says, and in case you are not aware of what a Chotiwala Rakshas is and in what context this was said, let me quote to you exactly what was said.
You are now elaborating.
No, I am elaborating because I think
can I reply now?
I want to be helpful because you say that I am not really aware of what happened. So let me quote to you. Union Minister Giriraj says Mamata is from Rohingya clan. Proud of it. Far better than being from the Chotiwala Rakshas clan.
Yes.
What is a Chotiwala Rakshas?
Let me reply.
Yes.
Let me reply. So which clan does a terror charged by the court? Pragya Singh Thakur belongs to? Is she a Hindu charged of killing 40 people in a bomb blast? Not by the police, mind you, not accused, right? The fact remains that if one particular person in our party talks about this, that means that this party belongs in a different kind of culture. We are not jo kya kehte hai na, one says something and everyone say to the same line. Though I tell you, Pragya Singh Thakur is continuously hurting the sentiment of not just the Hindus but the nationalists in the country.
So let me say two things. Let me say two things to that. One, since you specifically talked about what caste does she belong to, maybe you are not aware, but generally with my rudimentary knowledge, somebody when she becomes a sadhvi or a yogi, they abandon caste. They are not identified by their caste. That's the limited point to the very rhetorical question that you raised. But since you raised a rhetorical question, I'll give you a factual answer to that. Point number one. Point number two, what you label as democracy in the party, sir, is a great idea. But it's not such a great idea when you abuse somebody's practices. By all means, one person can say the sun is in the sky, the other person can say the moon is in the sky, and that is democracy. But for one person to say that I am a Chandi Path reciting Brahmin Hindu girl, and the other person to say, oh, these people are Chotiwala Rakshas, that is not democracy. That is being hurtful, either mischievously, unthinkingly, or deliberately. Now you decide what it is, because it sure isn't democracy.
No, it appears. No. You are not fighting the election tomorrow. Shubhendu Adhikari is fighting, right, Mamata? So
no,
please,
I'm not. I'm just talking on facts. This isn't even about elections. This isn't even about elections. Along with Shubhendu Adhikari, 29 other candidates are fighting tomorrow. That being said, it is about a principle. And principally, can you play good cop, bad cop and say, hello, I want Hindus to vote for me because I am a practicing Hindu, I recite the Chandi Path, I am from Chandilya Gotra, and then have your party MP saying, these people are Chotiwala Rakshas.
Look at your monologue.
Please, Padmaja.
Now you are sliding into a dramatic monologue. Let me answer. We are not asking any particular community to vote. All the people of Nandigram will vote for Mamata. We'll see. This fight is not for any community or caste or creed.
That we will find out.
In Bengal
that we will find out. I hope that they do. Maybe they will.
And justice.
And more power to you. But you still haven't answered my question.
Madam,
what is Chotiwala Rakshas?
Yes.
That being said, Shatorupa, answer this. This is democracy. Everyone is entitled to their opinion.
Concerned. We are not to answer this kind of a nasty question.
Well, if you find the question nasty, then imagine how nasty the comment is. And how nasty the people who this comment is directed at are feeling right now. My question is nasty, but the comment is not nasty. And if the comment is nasty, sure, some questions should be asked of the person who's making these nasty comments. Is my limited point.
May I, Padmaja?
No. Get yourself corrected. When I say nasty, it must be political. Coming from a journalist. That's what I mean.
Right. So a journalist should only ask you questions which you like to be called non-nasty. But anyway, go on, Shatorupa. Yes, it's democracy.
Yes. Padmaja, thank you so much for discussing this topic. When I was told in the evening that we're discussing this, I had no idea that Mahua Moitra had again landed a self-goal. The Trinamool has been constantly saying "Khala hobe," and in Bengal we have this analogy, same side goal, which everybody would know. You shoot in your own goal post. I think your classic Mahua Moitra has done the same thing today. And I actually don't like talking about Mahua Moitra because she thinks no end of herself because she knows 2.5 lines of English. That also most of the time copy and pasted. However, now
personal comments on anyone. Let's discuss her political views and her comments. This is not about analyzing her personality and her vocabulary. Please, let's not do it. Let's stick to the topic. Go on.
Okay, Padmaja, I am equally amused by the fact that somebody can. I don't even know who she's referring to. What Chotiwala Brahmin or Chotiwala Rakshas? I don't even know who she's referring to. But coming back to Mamata Banerjee's self-acclaimed Hinduism theory that this is my Gotra and I am the highest possible. Shandilo Brahmins are the highest possible. They occupy the highest possible hierarchy in the class, from which I think India should have progressed by now. We do not refer to all this. Even the party which is accused of communalism and the fact that we are proud Hindus, BJP, the fact that we do speak for Hindus, we also do not encourage the caste system. This is, yes, the caste system was created, the Gotras were created in ancient Hinduism, in ancient Vedic land for a very scientific reason. At that point of time, there was no family register. There was no lineage as such, the way that we maintain registers of birth and death. So Gotras have come from there. It comes from 7-8 rishis who owned a particular family, a pack of cows, so many animals. So they were called, so many people are belonging to Kashyap, Muni, Gautam, Muni, Shandilo Muni, the rishis, it was referred to that. In today's world, when you have an honorable chief minister who keeps on and on, you don't know what Muni means? Muni mane janen na Mondal babu? Muni mane janen na? Actually, after this culture above, you don't even know what you're talking about. Okay.
No, you have to explain this to the
non-Bengali. This entire history has been completely walked by Honorable Chief Minister, and she is right now citing all this. She's completely confused. She doesn't know which of the two blocks will vote for her.
Okay.
Will the Muslims vote for her, or will the Hindus vote for her? So she herself, I think, is suffering from an identity crisis.
Okay, she's facing an identity crisis. But what is the crisis within the party? Yeah. Professor Sangeet Ragi, where one person is trying to appeal to a Hindu voter, another person is branding an entire caste as demons. And is this democracy then? It's a tent for all kinds of opinion.
Padmaja, let us go beyond or discuss beyond the rhetoric which came from the spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress. I think if we look at the Bengal election, we find that this is a highly polarized election, and wherein you find that the communities are polarized, which also got reflected in the parliamentary election of 2019, where 70% Muslims voted in favor of the Trinamool Congress, and the Hindu vote jumped from 21% to 57% in favor of the BJP. This is the CSDS data. So Mamata Banerjee had been accused in the past that she has been, pursuing the, appeasement politics. She was supposed to take on the Bangladeshi infiltrators, but she refused to, and she opposed the CAA. So in a way, the Muslim appeasement has been the one allegation that has been pasted against, Mamata Banerjee. In fact, the way the radicals, created havoc in Malda and then Wasir Hat.
Why is she
put
being
the entire
attacked
police
for the
station
view of one
on
MP
fire.
is my simple question. If Mahua Moitra says that they are Chotiwala Rakshas, it is only one differing opinion. Why is the BJP talking about one person's opinion? Is what Professor Mondal is saying.
Can you give me 10 seconds, Padmaja?
Please, Monojit, please, Padmaja, please. You will get your turn. Sir, and that's why Mamata Banerjee has realized that the Muslims, the Hindus are completely against Trinamool Congress. That is why she is invoking this, Chandi Path and Gotra system, just to assure the Hindus that she is not completely deviated from the Hindu fold. She takes care of the Hindu as well as she herself is Hindu. That's why, point number one. The second point, the Moitra is attacking, Giriraj Singh just to appease the Hindus, the Muslims, because while on the one hand Mamata is trying to allure Hindus' votes, Moitra is trying to, polarize the Muslim votes. That's the simple arithmetic. The simple mathematics that the Trinamool Congress is working on.
So, Tausif Ahmed, more than democracy, this seems like a good cop, bad cop routine.
Begin with the 30% Muslim
one
votes
appeals, the other abuses. So, and the appeal is great, but how is the abuse acceptable?
And look.
No, the man we are talking about, Mr. Giriraj Singh, is a motor mouth leader of BJP, and we know what he has done in past.
Now that's Padmaja.
We call Padmaja. Mr. Giriraj Singh had said that students...
So because of that you abuse an entire caste or an entire people or an entire practice?
No. Let me complete. I am saying, I am just...
So then don't get personal with Giriraj Singh. Padmaja, please stop him from doing that.
No, these are
from talking about Mahua Moitra.
These are all in public knowledge.
No, sir. What is the reasoning? What is the reasoning? How is abusing a caste okay because one person you dislike is, according to you, a motor mouth?
No, Mr. Giriraj...
Would you like any community or a caste or a religion to be branded as Rakshas or demons or monsters?
That's what they're doing.
Because one person, according to you, is unlikable.
Students who go to missionary school, they join IIT, and when in foreign country, they eat beef. This is what Giriraj Singh had said. He painted all the student community who goes to missionary school as if they all eat
This
beef.
is not about Giriraj Singh. This is about, sir, have you even paid attention to what was said? It was said that Giriraj Singh told Mamata Banerjee she belongs to the Rohingya clan, proud of it, better than being a Chotiwala Rakshas clan.
So are you saying
you are talking about the clan?
The entire Muslim community is a monster?
We didn't talk about
See, I don't want to engage in a discussion with Mr. Ragi. He must first, qualify himself to be, able to come and speak properly, because everything he says is anti-Muslim. I don't know why he's so allergic. But anyway, be that as it may, I am saying that
I'm not allergic to it, because I can ask that you are saying so because you are a Muslim and you are targeting Giriraj Singh simply because he happens to be he speaks in favor of the Hindus. You are speaking language like this simply because you are a Muslim.
He is maligning Hindus.
You are not speaking like a political analyst.
I know. I have hundreds and thousands of Hindu friends. I know what their thought process is.
You have genetical hatred towards the Hindus. Since Giriraj Singh speaks in favor of the Hindus, since Giriraj Singh targets the Islamists, since Giriraj Singh targets the radical Islamists, that is why you target them. Giriraj Singh targets the Islam and Islamists, radical Islamists.
Okay, the simple point is, sir, you cannot justify the attack on any one community by saying that I don't like this person, he makes these comments, so I am going to brand an entire community. That's point number one. We leave it to the wisdom of the voters that your party is appealing to, whether they actually buy this argument or the argument of democracy. But the more important thing is, and you've got Varis Pathan here from the AIMIM, that it seems by talking about her Gotra Varis Pathan. Now, Mamata Banerjee is trying to ride both boats. Also saying, I want, mine is a secular party, but also saying, well, I'm a Brahmin person.
Well, Padmaja, first and foremost, I condemn the statement made by Mamata Banerjee, where she said that her Gotra is chandelier to appease the upper caste. She is playing communal politics, polarization politics, politics of appeasement, which is bad for the secularism and pluralism of our country. Now, what is the difference between the BJP and the TMC?
Reply to this person.
Sir, when you were making a point, I was silent. When you were making a point, I was silent. Kindly allow me to make my point. Then you do your murmuring. Kindly allow me to make my point. Who is this guy? Who is he? Padmaja, who is he? You for rebut now later on.
What do you mean by who is this guy? What do you mean by who is this guy?
Allow me to make my point
Okay,
first.
finish your point. Professor Mondal, you can give a point by point rebuttal and an answer. Let him finish his point. Let him finish his point. Varis Pathan, Mamata Banerjee has said, and I quote, ये पार्टी हैदराबाद से आई है, पैसे लेके बीजेपी से. First of all, तो even you are outsiders, come from Hyderabad, taken money.
That is why I say, Padmaja, Mamata Didi is frustrated. Since the day Asad Owaisi declared that we will be contesting election in West Bengal, Mamata Didi started labeling us B team, C team, calling us 2G, rather than introspecting within herself that why we never contested the MP election. Why did the BJP won 18 seats? We tell her leaders to go and join the BJP? Her senior most leaders are leaving her party, joining the BJP. Is it because of us? So our frustration is very much being seen by the people. And what did she say to the RSS? They are Desh Premis. For 1% support, she called the RSS people as Desh Premis. And remember, Padmaja, the 2002 Gujarat program, the entire country criticized, but Mamata Banerjee voted for the BJP in the Lok Sabha. We should not forget that.
Or as Asduddin Owaisi says, in Mamata Banerjee's world, everyone who is Gotra-less is a stooge.
What is happening is that
Professor Mondal,
there is a competition going on.
Now,
Padmaja, there is a competition going on.
No.
Who is a bigger Hindu? Modi is saying I am a bigger Hindu.
Who is behaving? Look. Now, who is behaving like an insane person? When it's my turn, this insane person is behaving like a real insane person. Because still, I would call him an insane person.
No personal stacking matches, please. Please, civility. Can I request civility again? Okay, Professor Mondal and Varis Pathan, please have a civil debate. Go on.
You are a bad person.
Professor Mondal, today Asduddin Owaisi and Varis Pathan are asking you, please, Varis Pathan, let him answer. If you are going to reach out to a Brahmin vote bank, where are the Dalits and the Muslims going to go? Professor Mondal.
First of all, when it's my turn, he was disturbing me like an insane person. I am not going to call him an insane person because he is representing a political party. That's the culture that we believe in.
Bengal.
We know his credentials. We know his party's credentials. We are not going to get personal. Now what are you doing? What are you doing? Now you are behaving like a gunda. Now you are behaving like a gunda. I won't call you a gunda.
You know, this is a classic case of when if you don't have answers, this kind of a personal commentary starts. I'm not going to allow this. Please, let's reduce everyone's audio for 5 seconds. Professor Mondal, I am giving you the platform. Please use this time not to attack anyone, just to answer the question. Where should Dalits and Muslim voters go if you today are going to reach out to this brand of identity politics? That is what Asduddin Owaisi is asking. Go on.
Hang on. When he attacked me, he called me mad person. What did you do, madam? Did you
Sir, I stopped it.
Look at again.
See, I am again saying it's a classic sign of not having answers when you decide to engage in this kind of tangential banter. But it's not a good idea to do this. Please answer the question. Go on.
That's what we are precisely doing. Yes, that's what we are precisely doing. To bring in neutrality, to look for justice, equity and fairness, which is not there in any of the institutions in the country, including the one that you belong to. Whether it is the court, it's CBI, ED, Niti Aayog,
no,
nowhere.
no,
Election Commission India.
he's
So
lying.
this battle again, it boils down to look again. No has come in. Your train, Padmaja. She has come in. You can't moderate it because I'm speaking the truth. We are fighting to save the
Padmaja,
Constitution of
he's
India.
lying. No,
we
no,
are
no,
fighting
no,
against
no,
a dictator who is ruling the loose. Look at the
not even on
language.
the ground.
Look at
He's
the
not
language
even
of a political
focused.
party. They are the most violent political
So this is
party.
very convenient for you, isn't it? You didn't answer my first question, what is a Chotiwala Rakshas? You didn't answer my question, where should Dalits and Muslims go if you are appealing to a Brahmin vote bank? And now you want to give a bhashan on how all institutions have been taken up.
My question.
I have answered your question.
Please.
What is your answer?
Yes.
What is your answer?
Madam,
Talking rubbish.
are you calling the same? You are not calling the same to the people
Yes,
who
no
are
answer.
speaking in favor of BJP. Are you calling them bhashan?
Yes,
Madam
what
was
he's
giving
doing.
lecture. The sir was very honorable sir from the other party was giving a lecture. You did not call them bhashan. That's
all
what
the lecture
again,
is his
I
copyright.
repeat, we are
Okay.
going to save
Oh
all
my
the
goodness.
institutions in the country, including the one that you
Answer
belong
to
to.
my question.
Okay, answer Varis Pathan's question.
Padmaja,
I too like the election commission, like the CRPF, like the army, like the BSF, is all bowing before the dictatorial government. I'm sure you cannot make that same allegation against Varis Pathan, the IMIM. Answer his question at least.
Who are you?
Why? Answer to my question. If you
I'll answer. Look, I don't want to.
with the Gotra and Shandilia.
Look at the laugh. Look at the last laugh
Why
this
politicization?
lady is
Why
having.
she is calling?
Okay.
Can I answer? Can I answer?
Professor Mondal, I think you've made up your mind about how you want to wear out this debate and all the other panelists. Let's try Tausif Ahmed. Tausif Ahmed, do you have an answer? Do you have an answer to this? Okay, silence please. Silence for 20 seconds. Let's give him untrammeled time. Yes, Tausif Ahmed, go on.
I have tried to explain. You see, the term used by Mahua Moitra is mainly, a symbolism. And I've tried to explain this by quoting Giriraj Singh. When Giriraj Singh painted all the missionary students as someone who eats beef, and even then, entire country...
So from democracy, we've come to symbolism, but as you would have realized, we've moved on from Mahua Moitra. Now, Varis Pathan is asking you a simple question. If today you want the Hindu vote by talking about Shandilya Gotra, then where should the Dalits and Muslims go? That is his question. Tausif Ahmed.
They are all there.
That is what my question is.
Why?
There are
No,
27%
what
Muslims
makes
and 22% Dalits.
anyone
Where
think?
would they go?
What makes anyone think that each statement has to be exclusionary? When did Mamata Banerjee say that Trinamool does not need votes of Dalits and Muslims? When did BJP say that they do not need votes of lower
Why
Varis
you do
Pathan.
the appeasement politics?
Then
Why call yourself an upper caste Brahman? Why call yourself my Gotra is Shandilya? Why? Because there is a reason behind it to call this. You want to play appeasement politics. You want to play communal politics. You are trying to polarize prior to one day before the election. Why did she make the statement today? Because people are asking her. She does not have any point to make on development, Padmaja. She does. What now answer will she give to the Muslims? What answer will she give to the Dalits? We are 27%. Dalits are 22%. Where will we go? She is doing Chandipat. Okay, you do. It is your ritual. Never mind. But now there is no difference between the BJP and TMC. What is the difference, you tell me? There is a competition going on. Who is the bigger Hindu? Modi calls himself a bigger Hindu. Mamata Didi calls himself a Gotra Shandilya. Rahul Gandhi calls himself Jane Daru. So are we going to play this kind of politics in the country, or are we going to talk about development?
One should never...
and when we say something, we become anti-national.
Why should
labeled as communal
Mamata Banerjee be
politicians?
apologetic of her identity? Why should Mamata Banerjee apologetic of her identity and religion?
What is her identity? What is her identity?
When
What is her identity?
BJP calls
Tell me.
her, no,
What is
BJP
her
calls her
identity?
Mumtaz Begum. BJP calls her Mumtaz Begum. BJP remembers Kashmir and Pakistan in each of the public meetings.
No.
Then why
Shatorupa.
should Mamata
Interesting.
She's
Interesting. So
always
Tausif Ahmed is saying this is her identity and she's out and proud.
Yeah, she's all the time, you see, for several years that she's been wearing a hijab, putting her hands up in the air, behaving like a Muslim. All that was was fine so many years. Now suddenly, because she's turning into a Hindu, because she's not even turning into a Hindu, because she's desperately calling out to the Hindu gods, come and save me. These are my last few days. Now it's such a big issue. And then also today she has to, I think yesterday she did this. He has to specify that listen, I'm not just a Hindu, I am a Chandila Brahman Hindu, so I'm the highest possible level Hindu. You see, there is no competition between BJP and Hindu and Trinamool as far as Hinduism is concerned. We have openly said, yes, we are Hindus and our ministers, our people regularly go to temples. We do not make a show of this. This is our lifestyle.
Okay, Professor Sangeet Ragi, the interesting change though, for whatever reason is that at least now there is an identification and admission of identity. With Tausif Ahmed today saying, why should Mamata Banerjee be afraid of or ashamed of her identity? Interesting. And nobody should, right?
Nobody should, actually.
I think that if a chief minister talks about her caste identity, it is all about lowering the discourse of democracy. Discourse in democracy.
Again,
Second point. Just a moment, please. Can I? Waris Pathan, can you hear me, please?
You are a political analyst.
Hold on.
You have to answer to our questions.
Second point.
If you don't answer to our question, what is the use?
Second point. Listen to my
simple question.
I think that you will be happy to know. Waris Pathan, you will be happy to know what I am doing. I am not personally attacking you. Second point that I want to make, that Mamata, this Nandigram is going to be Waterloo for the Chief Minister. She knows it very well that there is a significant Hindu vote in Nandigram, which she is going to lose in this electoral battle. And probably that the defeat of Mamata Banerjee in Nandigram, she realizes that probably she will be nowhere. And that is why she is trying to
we are not prejudging the outcome of any election. Least of all, one for which voting is yet to happen. It's going to happen tomorrow morning. That being said, I totally agree with you, Professor Mondal and Tausif Ahmed, when you say that nobody should have to hide their identity or be ashamed of it. But equally, when you talk about their identity and say that I am from the Chandilya Gotra, also remember that your MP, when she talks about an entire caste as Chotiwala Rakshas, she's also referring to you. That is an insult to the Chief Minister herself. That is not a good thing, and that's something perhaps you should be ashamed of. Thanks very much, all gentlemen and Shatorupa, for having joined me on Debate.